What's up, everybody? This is Chaz Masters. I'm here with Dougal the Prospector, and I've got a guy you guys haven't met yet. This is our president of public production. His name is Scott Dunn. You'll see a lot more of him coming weeks than you will of me. And you'll see a lot more of Prospector Dougal, and unfortunately Sean can't be here due to COVID restrictions. Speaking of COVID restrictions, Miss Brittany Wonder was kind enough to understand that if you can't defend this, you can't have this.
That's not kind enough. You stripped her of her title because of a pandemic that's going on, that's affecting wrestlers across the country, and you're like, you know what? You're not going to come. Just why?
Well, we have women wrestlers that want to wrestle, and we have a champion who's sitting on her booty.
Well, she's not really sitting on her booty. She's trying to take care of herself and her family. And as somebody who has somebody at home who has immunity issues, I can understand it.
So you would rather have this sit in a dusty closet than be defended?
It's kind of hard to dictate, man. I mean, yes, I don't want her to be stripped of her title because that's not fair to her, but it should be in the ring somewhere.
Okay, what about you?
Well, I look at it this way. If you're going to have the title, you might as well defend the title.
So was I okay to strip her of it?
My opinion, yes.
Okay, so...
I disagree, but that's out of my purview.
But I also say, once all this COVID is done and over with, you do a number one contenders match for it.
So you think Brittany deserves to have it back? Or a shot to have it back?
I think she should have a shot to have it back.
I agree with him. She should definitely have a shot to get it back.
All right, so how about this? I'll offer, Brittany, if you're watching, I'll offer you a compromise. You surrender the title to me. It will go on the line for Kim and I believe Princess Adam. Whenever you're healthy, you got a number one contenders match whenever you want it. You think the people will be happy with that?
I think the people would be happy with it. Brittany deserves a chance to get her title back since she just so
gracefully,
ungracefully ripped it from her.
And dang. Do you think I was ungraceful about this?
I think you're political about it.
Ooh, I don't like that word. So that being said, we're not about politics here. We did have to cancel a show.
Yes, we did.
So we had a show coming up for you guys. We had the power go out at the last show, which was a tragedy. I didn't get a chance to watch most of it from being in the back. Both you guys had ringside seats for it. So someone told me about that tag match. I didn't get a chance to see anything when the power went out. I had, divas in the back screeching.
That match was off the hook. It was high energy, high action. I mean, I think it went well.
It went really well. The wrestlers that we have that are currently trying to become a part of our stable are putting their best efforts out there, and it's a lot more apparent when we have the tag matches.
I did notice, so I know COVID says we can't have, over a certain amount of people there. There were a lot of children there, and they were loud.
Yeah, it wasn't just the children, though. There were a lot of wrestlers' families and some fans that just happened to walk by, and it was tremendously loud in there.
Okay, so, we talk about the titles and stuff, so let's bring up Christian Black. Okay. The man is now a double champion. He is one title away from having a grand championship.
A grand slam?
Yes. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, do you think he's caliber to go against Mike Shoup?
You already know that I have a love for Mike Shoup that just keeps growing every time I see the man. The man is a consummate professional.
And a big thorn in my side willingly.
Yes. And Christian Black is very close, if not on par, with the amount of energy and the amount of effort he puts forth with every match. So I think it is. I think he's going to be a good matchup against Mike Shoup.
Okay. What do you feel, Prospector?
Both of them are good professionals. They bring a lot to the table. I do think Christian has a good chance of being a Grand Slam champion.
Think he'll be the first?
Possibly.
Okay, so let me bring up something real quick. Now, we could be seeing, just to show the fans at home that haven't had a chance to watch it or couldn't be there. We're on YouTube.
Yep.
We're on CSTV.
Yep.
On their site. And those that are prescribing can go to the Roku channel for CSTV and watch us there, correct?
Correct.
All right.
We are there.
So they'll actually get to see the matches that were put on for that, even though it's only like 4 or 5 matches before we lost the power. Now, Mike Shoop, let's talk about your pretty Canadian boy. Last time I checked, I make the matches. I mean, that's my job.
Well, that's what.
So him going out there, and I really like that Sky Kid. Like he looks like he might have some stable power there. You think that that'll be a good match for the next show?
I haven't seen. I didn't really get a chance to see him work, so I couldn't really tell you. I've seen Mike Shoop work a couple of times. I've seen him do it, but I think no matter who we put Shoop up against, it's going to be a good match.
He definitely does get the people behind him, which is good for business, which is good for merch. That being said, fans have to remember, whatever champion has a belt, we installed the clause, you can trade your title in for a title shot at any other title.
Yeah.
So, God forbid, Christian Black decides instead of going for the heavyweight title that he wants to go for this.
That would be kind of
It's the 2020s. I mean, we can't say no.
No, I mean I wouldn't tell him no anyways. I mean,
I think it's funny.
It's funny, but the reality is if he wants to go for the woman's belt, let him.
Makes sense to me. What do you think?
Anything can happen. Honestly.
That is true.
We're in the Wild West. Anything can happen.
That is true. Anything can happen with us, literally.
So we've got the women's title back in our possession. I'm thinking that until we have a women's champ, once Shaolin comes back from being ill, God forbid, we keep this belt on the show so the fans can always see what's coming. Until we award it to someone. I mean, it's good PR, yes.
I think so.
I agree. We should definitely have some belts for the public to see, and not have them always with the champion themselves, especially if we're in control of the belt at that point in time.
Correct.
So here's a question I got for both of you.
Okay.
Completely non-biased, because I'm non-biased. I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so completely company pro.
Okay.
So most companies, when we've been around for a year or so, they'll update or upgrade their titles. What do you say that at our next big show next February, we upgrade one of our belts and put the old one up for auction for the fans?
If we were to update any of our belts right now, and you already know how I feel about it, it should be the tag team belts.
So if I say yes, will you sign off on doing it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
I'll sign off on that.
Because you know how much I hate those tag team belts. They're too shiny. You can't get a good picture with them. The wrestlers who carry them, yeah, they're great wrestlers, but even they're complaining about the fact that you can't get a good picture with the belt.
Yeah, J. Paul did tell me he took a picture and blinded the photographer. Which I thought was funny.
And what we should do to make it even better is have all the wrestlers that have held that title autograph it.
Ooh, I like it.
That's a good idea. We're gonna need some paint pens then.
All right,
Yeah.
so you heard it here first, folks. At our February show, which we're not sure where we're going to do it yet because of everything going on, which will be Heartbreak Saloon, comes back to you, the tag team titles will be up for actual auction for you to buy. So that'll be fun.
And the tag team titles already have a very tainted history too, which is interesting.
Oh, you're still mad at me about that, aren't you?
Oh yes.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, nothing happens in the ring without my say. If you have a belt, you don't get to go out there and make a match. Our tag team champions, well, one half of them, came out, challenged for a belt, had his own partner that wasn't even part of his stable. They won.
They did.
I will give them that. They did one heck of a match. No one in upper management, including yourself, signed off on it.
No.
Baldwin didn't sign off. You didn't sign off.
No, I didn't.
I didn't sign off. So, yes. But I thought I gave a good compromise that both people that had a title, they had to give it up, got a title shot that night.
Yes.
Unfortunately, one individual who was involved in that has had to take a sabbatical from the company. So,
Yes.
unfortunately, that individual won't be here for a while, so he doesn't get his title shot. When he comes back, where everything in the cards might lie, we'll give him a shot. J. Paul brought out a member of his stable, Omega, which was Christian Black, because Akeem couldn't make it.
Yep.
That I didn't see coming. Which brings us back to that tag match. It was for the titles was double elimination, and Omega, from what I understand, won with one pinfall, pinned them both.
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Both members pinned both of the members of the Rejects.
The Rejects. I believe you mean the guys from America or wherever they're from. Trailer Trash.
The greatest trailer park in America. Yeah.
That's right. The American Degenerates.
Yeah, the Degenerates. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, you gotta admit, I mean, you were sitting over there with Ronnie on commentary. That guy has got a really good flowing mullet.
He does. He does.
You don't like him, do you?
The 80s called and they want it back.
You're not a fan of the Reject or the Degenerates, are you?
No, I'm not. But I have this thing about being, having been poor and living in trailers. I have this thing about not trying to get myself with trailer trash. So I tend to stay away from that.
It is interesting watching a mullet wearing a pair of pants that look like they're a flag. Folks, we got a commercial break coming up for you. When we get back, we'll talk about a lot more things for you and hopefully maybe get some fan ideas. Until then, we'll be right back.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
Remember going to the fair as a child? Well, Brights Delights Food Truck is here to fill some of your fair food cravings. We're bringing back all of those great memories. From hand-dipped corn dogs to our fresh-cut curly fries, yummy carnival-style funnel cakes, fresh squeezed lemon crush, even those famous deep-fried Oreos, and so much more. Find us in the Reno and North Valleys area or follow us on Facebook so we can take you back to childhood.
As a seller, you want three things. 1, to get your home sold quickly. 2, to move on with your life with the most amount of money possible. And 3, with the least amount of hassle. Let's chat over a cup of coffee so you can begin your next journey. Call or text Joe Loyce today to schedule your free consultation. 775-720-3341 and red S169631.
And we're back, folks. So here's the great thing about pro wrestling. You have guys out there that are young bucks, and you have veterans, legends in the business. You have Haas. He's a big dude, bigger than I am, big dude.
He's a big dude.
And he can move, first off. But he's
Yes.
a legend on the indie scene. Now, we put him in there with an up-and-coming guy who I know you're a fan of, Chris Blaze.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Blaze, the bald little guy who can bounce over that like just no other. Now, Chris was on a bad losing streak for like the last 4 matches.
Yeah.
Haas came in there, and I would have bet money, dollars to, shoehorns, he'd have lost again, especially to Haas. But there's something interesting about that match. Those two had, so I got to see part of that. That was like the turtle versus the hare. What did you think?
Oh my gosh. I was blown away. I saw a big Haas coming at it, and all of a sudden, Blaze was on the other side. I'm like, I did not even see him move.
But you're talking about a guy, Haas, who has definitely some poundage on Chris.
Oh, yeah.
And, it was surprising which way the match went because of the fact that usually the bigger guy wins the match.
Oh, yeah. They ground and pound. Well,
Yeah.
that bear hug actually made me go, no.
Oh, yeah, no, I felt my spine snap, and it wasn't even me getting hugged, so.
And I was having a hard time breathing.
Poor Chris looked right over at the camera for help. was like, I don't think the cameraman can help you there, buddy.
Help me!
It was kind of cool seeing two big bald guys in the ring going, oh, well, one big bald guy, one little one going,
Well, and with Chris Blaze being new to the scene and everything, you know, because he's not been around for super long, it's very interesting to watch his character develop.
oh, most definitely. And he's a spry little guy. Like, those ropes and him are best of friends.
Yeah, his style reminds me a lot of like Rey Mysterio and a lot of the lightweight guys that move quick and jump high. Yeah.
Now, one thing that made me very happy, he had a little bit of a botch getting into the ring, and the fans can see it when they watch it. They hit the light, and his hand just, pow, caught the light and didn't break it. I'm like, it looks like you meant to do that.
It was seamless.
Yeah,
Like, oh no.
I saw it, and our guy behind the scenes saw it too, and we both went, oh.
Beep.
Yeah, we both looked like we were about to crap ourselves because that place we were getting use out of, it didn't belong to us, and we were trying not to allow any of that equipment to get broken.
And good, a thank you out to the Cold Springs Community Center for letting us do that. Thank you very much. But still, just watching that on video when he went pop and got it out, because I saw the flipping, I'm like, oh god, that's fluorescent.
Yeah, and even in his mind, in his face, you can see the look of horror just pass over for a second, where he was like, ah, and then he catches that light bulb, and I'm glad he did, because if that had broken, we would have had to definitely go try and find another one.
Yeah, not only that, it was also in the ring. That would have been a very bloody match very quickly.
I would agree.
Probably wouldn't be our messiest match we've had though.
No, that goes back to the cake match.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though I will say that match, the cake match, was some interesting stuff. So, but here we got some footage for you fans at home. Here's a shot of how that match ended and how Chris Blaze did the unthinkable.
You know, Big Hoss is built like a gorilla. Oh, that was a crash and burn. Oh my God, Blaze took out Big Hoss.
And your winner, Chris Blaze.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at W.W.C.W, we're a family event. Big Hoss showing some respect to little Christian Blaze there. And Christian Blaze doing the same to the Big Hoss. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about. Teamwork and working together and having a good time and making sure that each other is safe out there.
Okay, so that was awesome. Okay, here's where size as a big guy doesn't work in your advantage.
No.
He came plowing at Blaze, and let's be honest, I don't care how big any of us are, we've moved those poles. Head first into a ring post, you're toast.
Yeah, you're going down, and the fact that was Christian's first win with us is just phenomenal, and he definitely earned that one.
Most definitely.
You know, and I have to say congratulations to Chris Blaze on that one. Did a phenomenal job.
Hoss, if you did to my poll, you're buying us a new one. It'll come out of your next payout. But I'm not paying for his mistake.
No.
So that being said, we've got these new talents and these old talents. I think we have a really good mix on our roster. If you check out our webpage, which is WildWestChampionshipWrestling.com, correct?
I believe so.
You'll get to see on our roster side all the different talents. We have Mike Shoup, who's a veteran, Chris Blaze, who's new, Tyson Reigns, which we'll touch on here in a little bit, who's been around for a while, Baldwin and his Baldwinness, Andrew Arch, Michael Shawn. These talents are just, they're known names, but now they're becoming household names.
They are, especially around this area. We really don't have that many wrestling shows going on anymore locally, so it's nice for us to actually have something for the fans to come to and for them to see what's going on with us.
Now, there was something that got brought up. I don't know. It was you and Baldwin were doing about it. But we're doing the new shows out in the wild, taking the shows to the outside, like I think it was a campground.
Yeah, we've been looking into it. We want to give our fans that feeling of that we're a show that's literally still in the Wild West. We're out in the public. We're out where people can see us, where they can come and do it. You know, there's with our rich history here in Nevada, and with everything we're still considered the Wild West of the United States. So it's just appropriate for us to go out into the wild and actually show these people what our state looks like.
So would you consider Virginia City the Wild? I mean, you're up there. That's where you get all
Well,
the
you
gold
know,
the belts.
it is quite wild up there. I mean,
Is Bessie safe?
oh yes.
Prospector has a mule named Bessie. I haven't seen it, but he keeps telling me I owe her a paycheck.
If she don't show, she don't get paid.
Exactly. So what would you say if we threw like, I don't know if we get away with it, I don't know if the fans would, but if we threw shows in multiple places? Let's talk about that when we come back from this break.
From food truck to restaurant, North Valley's Hawaiian food truck favorite. Aloha Shack. Enjoy Kahlua pork cheese shell tacos, the curry burger, or even Kahlua pork nachos. Aloha Shack just off of Exit 78, open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. with a Saturday brunch served from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Takeout only, call 775-622-8825.
All City Lawn and Landscaping, Nevada Contractor License 0086520. We are a locally owned family business and our crew consists of honest and hardworking individuals who are determined to guarantee client satisfaction. We can take care of all your yard work and landscaping needs. Please do not hesitate to call us today for all inquiries or to schedule your free estimate. 775-720-8794. All City Lawn and Landscaping can do these jobs for you. Book. Need new installation? How about those trenches? We got you. Landscaping, design, and installation. Sod, rock, sprinklers, landscaping, construction on new homes, complete landscaping, renovation, and more. Complete lawn and landscaping maintenance, fertilization, pre and post endangerment, irrigation, installation, and maintenance. Pavers with your landscape design. Aeration, detaching, irrigation, turn-on, cleanups. Fully licensed and bonded and insured. You live the city life and leave the lawn care to us. Realty One Group Eminence is opening doors across the globe. One home, one dream, one life at a time. If you're looking to buy or sell, call or text Jolois Egbert Palmer at 775-720-3341 and tune into her show every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on CSTV's Facebook page. NRED S169631.
And we're back, folks. So like we were saying at the end of the last segment, we want to go different places. I thought one of the greatest ideas ever, because as kids in this area here, Virginia City is always the Halloween spot.
Well, it's always a good spot no matter any time of the year. I mean, come on, they have bars, they have two different candy stores which fresh make stuff all the time. Not to mention it's considered one of the most haunted places in the country. So
yeah, I would love to go to the flats where they bulldozed everything.
Oh yeah.
And hold a show there.
Yeah.
Have the fans come out for free. They might get mad at the mine, but it might be worth it. So that being said, that's just one stop. There's so many things. Fans, I would like to get up on our webpage. You can go to our Facebook page, check us out on there, hit us up on our page. Let us know what you want to see out of us so we can do it. It really is about you guys. So even if you can't be live at it, we can still film it for you.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the big elephant in the room, the former two-time outlaw champion.
Tyson Reigns. So Tyson is injured again, so he is sitting out for the next couple bits. You know, this especially since not this last show, but the show before that, he had injured himself and dislocated his shoulder.
Slipped on cake.
Yeah, slipped on cake and mustard, but he's showing himself to keep getting injured, and it's becoming harder and harder to put him in the ring if he's just going to keep injuring himself.
Well, I thought about this, and maybe you might dig on this a little bit. Okay. Tyson Reigns, his hand's jacked up this time around.
Yeah.
And he did take one, I don't know what the word for this, hell of a pounding from Michael Shawn with that chair. I don't think you or I would have had a happy day after that.
No, I saw his back after the match, and that bruising that was going on, I'm pretty sure his wife isn't happy either.
Oh, good God, no. We got those phone calls that we have PR for.
Yes.
But that being said, well, what about this? Let's put Tyson Reigns in the tag team division. He doesn't have to carry the match by himself. He can have a partner. Maybe Chris Blaze.
You're looking at like a Undertaker and Rey Mysterio style match at that point, because of the fact that you got your high flyer, which is Chris Blaze, and then you got
a ground and pound.
A ground and pound, which is Tyson Reigns.
No one else has done it.
No.
Well, let's see what happens at the next show. I mean, we'll toss it to them and see what they think about that. I mean, I think it's money.
Yeah, but we got to make sure he gets cleared first. Make sure his hand is up to snuff.
If I have to see one more doctor's note with the word Tyson Reigns on it,
Yeah, one more doctor's note and one more set of X-rays.
We're gonna make him a announcer at that point.
Yeah, I'll put his wife in the ring because she's gonna beat the tar out of whoever.
Yeah.
So
well, I understand. She's kind of mean too.
Yeah, you should have saw her when she got married in the ring.
Yeah.
Well, I was there. Remember?
Oh yeah.
That was a fun match. She was not happy at the end of the night, though.
No.
She was ornery enough to make him go from heel to face. That's saying something.
Yeah.
He came out there. He thought he was all that, and yeah, she kind of put the choker on him.
Yeah. She cracked the whip on him.
That's horrible.
So the match where he got his shoulder dislocated, he got married in the ring.
Yes.
And the girl he married, I've known for a while, and she's a great lady, but she could have strangled the life out of that boy when he got his shoulder dislocated, because it was supposed to be their honeymoon at that point.
So at the last show, when he got in the ring and what's his face was working it, Sean, and he just tore up that shoulder. I had her in my face in the back. If my husband can't use his arm, it's your fault. Okay, folks, just for the record, all of us backstage personnel, we don't have control over what the wrestlers do in the ring. Please quit yelling at us for it. It hurts our feelings.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone over Tyson and everything that he's done poorly. Well, let's touch on the fact he is a two-time Outlaw champion.
He is a two-time Outlaw champion, which is, part of the reason why he gets such a good draw.
And he did show the world his butt.
So yeah, he showed his butt to the world. And he actually, right after that, because you know that I'm notorious for making merchandise and making graphics for the company, he came to me asking me to make him a shirt for that. And I told him that I wasn't quite sure how to handle that.
Didn't he want something like the greatest butt in wrestling or something like that?
Yeah, he wanted something silly like that. I told him I'd think about it. I haven't gotten back to him about it, and that was 6 months ago. So,
I wonder if we'd make money on that. Or would we get sued?
Maybe, who knows?
Folks, we are family bound. That will never, hopefully, ever
happen again.
Yeah.
Yes. At that point, we were in a bar downtown Reno, and we got a little loose, which is why there's not a lot of footage from that show.
From humble roots to where we are now.
Yeah.
That being said, so Tyson, I think the tag team division's calling with him. I think even if it's not Chris Blaze, I think we put him over there. He's a veteran too. He's been around wrestling for 9 years.
He has been, and he's a Reno local.
Trained locally. He shows up at a bunch of different events. He's been at the Taco Fest. He's been all over the place. So only at the Taco Fest will you find a wrestler wrestling a blow up taco and lose.
Oh, jeez.
I've heard about that, and I'm like, oh no.
Now that being said, I think we can all concur and agree. We will never have a food fight match after watching how dangerous that is.
No. After that tag team match between Aiden and
his partner Alex B.
Yeah, Alex B, who turned on him in that match.
Oh yeah, that was a title that got trashed from some other company.
Yes.
Didn't we have to send out a payment of bill on that?
Yes, we did. And so his Aiden's partner Alex B came out into the ring with a piece of cake. And the wedding cake, actually, from Tyson's wedding, and hit Aiden so hard in the face with that cake that Aiden hit the ground, and it splattered cake all over the ring. I actually had to jump in the middle of the ring at the end of that match to try and clean up as best as I could.
Then there was the mustard incident at that night. Speaking
Which
of Tyson.
Was Tyson's.
Chucking a bottle of mustard at another wrestler, pegging them, and watching it explode.
Yes.
These are interesting things, but will probably never happen again. And we did lose a wrestler due to other things in their life. Our pizza boy, I got a lot of emails about people wondering when he's going to be back. Unfortunately, for the foreseeable future, that's an issue we can't, go into due to his legal matters.
Yep.
So other than that, Tyson's been good for us. Moving him over. I still want to see Tyson and Chris Blaze. I think it's money.
I do think the tag team route would be better for him because it'll help him get his conditioning back up as well.
True, and he won't have to carry the match on his back anymore.
And
Exactly.
it's less strain. It's he'll be able to when he's starting to fill in his shoulder, he'll be able to tag out and get a slight break so he can rest that shoulder.
Yeah.
It is.
Doesn't mean that I don't still expect 100% out of him.
No.
We'll just dial back what 100% will be.
Yeah, and we're just going to make sure that he gets ice every night so that he does not, overstressing himself.
Make sure you gets into PT for it.
Yeah. Now coming up in a little bit later, I want to talk about the 1 year match, the big match that's going to be the shakeup that no other company's ever done. Something that will be just Wild West Championship Wrestling's match.
Oh, our anniversary show.
At the anniversary show, but it'll only be done once a year in one style match, 6 individuals, 5 titles.
Intriguing.
And we'll talk about that when we get back from this commercial break from our local sponsors.
As a seller, you want 3 things. 1, to get your home sold quickly. 2, to move on with your life with the most amount of money possible. And 3, with the least amount of hassle. Let's chat over a cup of coffee so you can begin your next journey. Call or text Joe Loyce today to schedule your free consultation. 775-720-3341 and red S169631.
Are you too tired to cook? Tired of driving into town? Check out Fuego Habanero at Chuck's Market on the corner of Village Parkway and Cold Springs Drive. Come enjoy delicious, fresh, local, and authentic Mexican food such as carne asada street tacos, burritos, and their homemade avocado salsa. Brought to you, the customer, by us at Fuego Habanero.
Do you want your home to shine? Well, look no further because at All About Cleaning Service, we always have room for you. We are licensed and insured local business serving Reno, Sparks, and the North Valleys areas. We also provide service to Fernley. We offer the following services: one-time cleaning, bi-weekly cleaning, monthly cleaning, move-in outs, and deep cleans. We are currently running specials for our community. Our girls are reliable, trustworthy, and we can honestly say they are amazing. We put our heart and dedication into what we do. Contact us today, 775-799-0949. Facebook, All About Cleaning Service. Email, allaboutcspro@gmail.com. No mess, no fuss, just cleaning.
And welcome back to the show. You might notice that I've got the belt back. And no, I'm not happy to hold the women's belt because I want to be the women's champion. Actually, this belt represents something coming up. We were teasing it before in the last segment. So all the companies out there have your feast or famine matches, your table matches, tag team matches, your ladders, and all the crazy stuff.
Money in the Bank for WWE.
Yeah. No. Impact Wrestling, the division where the X division where they climb across things and fall and break their butts. We're going to do something way different. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 5 briefcases, 6 performers. All the title belts are going to go into a briefcase. All the briefcases are going to look exactly alike. No one, not myself, not any management, not the wrestlers, not anybody is going to know what's in those cases. 4 of them will have title belts in it. The 5th will have number 1 contenders. The 6th man in that match, well, you're just going to have to go to the back of the line and see where you come up with later if you come up short. And we let them go just to the wall and tear it up. Good 20, 30 minutes. You pin somebody, they're out. And then they go grab a briefcase. It's not like you're winning because you're grabbing the briefcase. You might get the number 1 contender spot. And you get down to the last 2 guys, and you just sock it out because you know someone's going home that night not happy. Someone, you know, Mike Shoop, your boy, might come in heavyweight champion and leave a tag team champion.
And it's a possibility. I mean, since nobody's going to know what's in the briefcases, it could literally be anything. But I think that we should add a stipulation to that. I think that we should make it 6 briefcases, with the last one being empty.
I like it.
That way, nobody knows whether or not they're getting nothing.
I can live with that.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So now we've talked a lot about we had a power outage at the last show, and it happened midway through, and it ruined a great night. So folks, there's a lot of stuff that got missed from that night.
There was, and it was quite a few promos I didn't get to play because the power outage, and I want you guys to see this. This is from my boy Mike Shoop, so enjoy his promo for that night.
How long's it been? It's been far, far too long since I've been in this ring. I have yet to defend this. Now we're here. Fans. We got fans in the building. So, this is what I'm doing, with or without the consent of the owner. An open challenge. A superstar invitational. Anyone in the back? Who's got Christian Sky? You guys signed Christian Sky. She's got jokes.
Back up, okay? Hey, shut up. I'm in the ring. No laughing, okay? Mike got your little brats, okay? Mike, I heard you from the back, and yeah, they signed me because they needed some real talent here, not some paperweight champion. Shut up. I'm talking. I don't need a microphone. Shut up, okay?
It's a lot of wind.
Listen, I don't want to come out here. I don't want to talk, Shoop. You say you want to defend your title? You say you want to be a fighting champion? You want to do it for all these losers here? Huh? Shut up! I said, shut your mouth! I'm not gonna put up with this. I will sit in the middle of the screen if you do not shut your mouth. Fine. I don't care. Kimmy, cover my ears. We'll sit here all day long.
You want a match? Christian! Christian, you're a child. You want to wrestle? You want a match for this?
Yeah, I do. I don't want a match. I actually want to take it. I want to take it home right now. So why don't you give it to me?
You're going to have to earn it. I know you said non-title.
I don't compete for non-title. The title's not on the
No. No, screw that. You're on for the heavyweight championship.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I guess we have a world title match tonight.
Shoop's a bad boy. That's and him and Sky are gonna tear it down when they have a chance back. There was another match.
Yeah, there was another promo cut that night from another good wrestler, local guy, Michael Shawn.
Oh yeah, the guy that came out there and beat the tar out of Tyson.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's not gonna feel good. So here's Michael Shawn's promo for y'all.
Don't boo me! Don't boo me! I come to the Wild West, and this is the trash that they put in the ring!
Turn it upside down on us.
I grew up not too far from here, and this crap is what represents my hometown!
Because Michael Shawn wanted to take our
So how about this? Whoever in the back thinks they're bad enough to take me on, meet me out here later. Because I am the main event. It's just not a moniker. It's the truth.
Apparently he likes the camera, though. He loves the camera. Oh, you just...
That was rude.
I got my mic back finally.
You know, I like a guy who takes initiative and is assertive. And yes, Michael Shawn, this is the Wild West. You are right. But I got something for you too when my monster does my bidding. Here's Andrew Arch and what he had to say back to him.
Michael Shawn, do you know where you are? You're in Andrew Arch's house. You want to call somebody out? I just answered. You want to beat someone down? Be prepared to get beaten down. Tonight, it's you and me, last man standing.
I'm telling you guys, I can't pick a winner out of these matches. You've got your boy Shoop and Sky gonna tear the house down.
Yep.
I have a feeling though, you might have money on Shawn, but I think Arch is gonna give that boy a hurting.
You know, I am excited to see that matchup between Arch and Shawn. They both bring a lot to the table.
Well, now that gives us the company's first no holds barred or last man standing match.
Yes.
I kind of want to go and up the ante on Sky and Shoop. J. Paul got me a deal through a company for tables.
Oof.
What do you say?
A table match?
For the Wild West title.
It's been a while since I've seen somebody go through a table, so let's bring it up to them and see what they want to say about it. But I'm down with that.
Prospector?
I'm good with that too. Why don't we just go ahead and fill out the paperwork now and
Let's have the match tomorrow if we could.
Yeah, right.
You know, have both parties sign on the dotted line.
Most definitely. Which we'll take care of that in the next episode. We'll let you know what happens. Folks, this has been a great evening. I've got great guys by me. As much as I irritate him and he really puts the fickle to me, we have Prospector here who, you know, he did get us some good metal.
Yeah, he did.
Shiny. Folks, COVID is a thing that we have to deal with. Please wear your mask. Do what they say out there, whether you like it or not. It's just for the best of everyone. And the main thing you need to remember about wrestling, these are trained professionals. Don't do this at home. Get real training. Don't do this at school. Backyarding can get you hurt or worse, dead.
Yeah, find your local school. Doesn't matter where you're at. There's usually one around. Just make sure you go talk to them, sign up with them. They're always more than happy to teach you.
So with that being said, folks, again, thank you for watching and tuning in. That's our show for the day. And we'll see you next week here on the CSTV, presenting the Wild Wild West.
Anybody, and I mean anybody, in that locker room want these? Will make us back? And we're better than ever?
It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or what you think you do. It's gonna take a hell of a team to take these from us. And I haven't met one yet.